And now a word from today's sponsor. You just started an activity and forgot to grab your bounties. In a Crucible game or activity and find yourself without the weapon you wanted to try, knowing what a good armor roll can be so hard. Building your armor stats can be even more painful. How come he has triple 100s and not me? Well, if that's you, a friend, or a loved one, you may be entitled to compensation. Call Teagues, Egg, and Associates today, and our operators are standing by. Okay, I don't know what that was, but today we're going to be going through 5 essential tools that every Guardian should be using. We're covering everything from inventory management to maximizing your stats to weapon crafting. No, not that one, sorry. And a few surprises. So buckle up, get some popcorn, and be sure to check the links to everything in the description down below. In no particular order, starting off with the weather app of Destiny 2, we have TodayinDestiny.com. Now, this website won't tell you when the dynamic weather will be rolling through on Europa, so
Blizzard, bring a jacket.
but it is the one-stop shop to see everything from time lost weapon of the week to the legend and master lost sectors of that day. Also, before you ask, the tower is usually pretty hot. I can tell from the shine in Zavala's head.
Indeed.
This honestly should be one of your first stops before starting the day's activities to know whether or not it's finally leg day or time lost Fatebringer week. Not using Today in Destiny will result in a severe case of FOMO because all of your friends will have all the new exotics already, and that can lead to a severe case of lig. Okay, in all seriousness, I use this website all the time to primarily check the lost sectors of the day to farm out better rolls of exotics that I already have. The best part, besides knowing which lost sector it is what the modifiers are, allowing you to build craft before even leaving orbit. Speaking of which, let me know in the comments down below if you all want a build crafting guide for legend and master lost sectors. I just made a video about Boots of the Assembler and would love to help you all get those or other gear you've been drooling over. Next up, welcome to math class. No, not like 2402 math class, but like stats. And don't worry, I won't ask you to break out the TI-84 for this one. Armor stats are probably one of the most overwhelming and confusing concepts for new and returning players to understand. And I get it completely. Even for you coming back to the game, Armor 2.0 is very different than what you remember. How do you know what a good stat roll looks like? Then how do I maximize my stats? Well, D2 Armor Picker makes build crafting laughably easy. This is the best tool to get you the best builds you can possibly have with the armor and gear you already have on your account. Want triple 100s like every Stompies hunter you encounter in the Crucible? Here's how you do it. First up, after you sign in and let the website index for a bit, select the character you're building on. From there, you can either start selecting your desired stats or do what I do and select the exotic armor you are looking to build around. As you select stats, you'll notice that the available stats will change. So let's say I'm building a Warlock PvP build around Ophidian Aspect. After selecting my exotic and class, I can tell the program I want 100 recovery, which by the way, all of you should, tier 6 resilience, which is the sweet spot right now for most situations in the Crucible, tier 8 intellect to get my super back a little bit quicker, and from there I can pick whether I want a grenade based build, a melee based build, or if I want my Guardian to go zoom. If there are any mods you want to use, such as Powerful Friends or Radiant Light, if you want to include stasis fragments, or if there are any other mods you plan to use, select them below. From there, it will give you a list of different builds indicating the mods required, total amount of tiers, as well as a readout of the stats. To avoid any wasted stats, where a stat sits between 5 and 9, select that option before selecting your loadout. Once you've found the loadout you want, clip the Copy Dim Query to keyboard and head to the next tool on our list and pop what's copied in the search bar. There are several options that you can tweak to further fine-tune your build, so play around with this tool and let me know how it worked out for you in the comments down below. Next up, probably the most popular and powerful tool for inventory management, Destiny Item Manager or DIM enables your hoarding to such an extent that I expect to see several of you on Hoarders buried alive.
It's critical. It's life or death.
Hoarders, new season.
DIM is something that every Guardian that I know has open every time they play Destiny 2. Available on both desktop and mobile, DIM allows you to pull gear from your vault in real time, move gear between your characters, and helps with leveling and farming. Its basic function, managing your inventory, is quite literally as easy as dragging and dropping. Now, let's get to its lesser known but insane features. Starting with leveling, DIM provides a fantastic and easy to read way to know where your power level stands. In order to level your characters faster, most Guardians practice gap filling, and DIM makes it way too easy. Clicking your base power here will pull up a list of the highest power gear on your account for that character. If you see any negative numbers, those are your gaps. You should try to get a piece of gear to drop at that power before completing your next pinnacle or powerful drop to maximize your level gains. Next up, let's talk about your postmaster. Farming activity can sometimes drop like 85 blues and that one piece of legendary gear you were hoping for. Pretty soon your inventory fills up and stuff starts going to your postmaster. But after a while, your postmaster starts to fill up and your gear starts getting Thanos snapped out of existence. Well, the legends that made Dim thought about that. Not only can you remotely dump your postmaster and collect any individual gear using Dim, but it also has a farming mode where Dim automatically keeps a spot in each slot of your inventory open and auto transfers anything that fills your inventory to your vault. Now, at this point, you're probably thinking Dim is already a crazy powerful website, but if I told you it keeps getting better, I wouldn't be lying. In the last section, we covered the best tool for build crafting around your stats. Well, Dim is the final piece of that equation and does some wild stuff. After getting your codes from Armor Picker and popping them into the search bar, drag your gear into your inventory and get your build set up. From there, Dim will actually let you save individual loadouts for use later on. So you can have several PvP loadouts, raid loadouts, and a GM loadout all ready at the press of a button. So no more remembering all of the gear you needed for that one build you found for PvP. Dim also has other useful tabs that have vendors inventory as well as progress you've made on Catalyst, so feel free to check those out as well as you get more acquainted with Dim. Next up, build a bang workshop. No, not a teddy bear with explosives in it, but build your next god roll and see before you farm how each perk, magazine, barrel, and masterwork will affect the god roll you're chasing. D2 Gunsmith is arguably the best tool for knowing how your next weapon will look in any roll that it can possibly have. This tool is amazing for comparing rolls you already have in-game with potential rolls to see if you can sacrifice some stability or handling for range or vice versa. Getting not only a visual real-time representation, but seeing stats update with every barrel and magazine change makes it easier to know when you've got the one. Get in there, build out the guns you're chasing, and see which version of that next weapon is going to suit you and your playstyle. Our final tool won't surprise you, but some of the things you can do with it might. The official Destiny 2 companion app is probably something that all of you already have and already use, but hold on, before you click off the video, let me show you some crazy stuff that you may not know about. Flying all the way to the tower to get something out of the vault or to pick up all your bounties is honestly a chore, and I still refuse to pick up my socks, so I definitely won't be going to get bounties that way. With the D2 companion app, I can not only fill up on all of my bounties across every location in the game, but I can also move gear from one character to another, as well as to or from the vault. By the way, quick tip on bounties: wait to pop them after completing them. Join a friend or another fire team, start an activity, and when you see shared wisdom, let them fly and watch the stonkos and XP rain upon you. Can't find a fire team? The D2 companion app actually does have a section for finding an LFG team, but you should honestly just join my Discord for that because we're better and won't put you through crazy requirements like this. Come by and say hi. Now, a few honorable mentions that are great resources, but are ones that I use a little bit less. Not everyone is on Twitter, but if you are, follow the accounts Destiny Insights, Destiny Tracker, and the official Bungie account are fantastic ways to stay up to date day by day on what's going on inside of Destiny 2. What mods are up for sale, rewards for various activities, and other bits of important information are tweeted from these accounts on a daily and current basis. While you're there, give me a follow too. Light.gg is a fantastic and comprehensive catalog of everything that is available in the game. Perks on guns, new weapon, armor, and I quite literally meant everything is on light.gg. I usually stop by light.gg on the first day of a new season to check out all the new weapons and goodies in store. Now, there are other great websites, but I feel they're a little bit redundant to other things that I've included on this list. If you have a great website or tool that you love, leave it in the comments down below so other Guardians and I can check it out. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button so YouTube will push this video to other Guardians. Hit that sub button and trigger the bell to stay notified when new videos, including more of this new light player guide, come out. Joining my Discord is the best way to connect with me and other Guardians to discuss builds, meme out, and find your next fire team. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I have been Teagues, you have been beautiful, peace.